Hello everyone, it's TheFarmSimGuy here, hope you're all doing well. We're just up in field 130 checking out how Davey's getting on. He's doing a great job up here. This is the last of those 5 contracts that he's just getting mowed now, so we've got a lot of work still to do, but better than that, the money's cleared and is in our bank, so we are going to be spending some serious amounts of cash today, which I am very, very excited about. Our 3 tractors are ready to go. I was going to wait and check out what happened with the JCB first, but I don't see any reason why we wouldn't get that straight away. It's going to improve our bale loading skills immeasurably, and we're going to be able to pick a lot more up very, very quickly. So let me talk you through the things that we are going to purchase. This, the Massey, we are going to take. This is a gorgeous tractor. I'm a total convert on this ever since we first drove it. Davey loves it too, and as you can see, it's doing a great job cutting this field at considerable speed. So first of all, we're going to get the Massey. That Valtra as well, completely fallen in love with that. That's a glorious machine. So we're going to pick that up, and then we're going to pick up a few other things as well. The JCB, the new bale loaders, we're going to take those. We're going to get ourselves a square bale. We've got one of those picked out as well, which I'll show you in a minute. And on top of that, we've got a few things that we can sell back at the yard as well. So actually, that's where we're going to go now, is back to the yard and look at a few of the things that we can sell. So here we are. Okay, first things first. We did talk long and hard about what we did with the combine, but that combine's great. It's relatively new. It hasn't done many hours. It did a wonderful job for us last harvest. I think it'll do us proud again this harvest. The old fast track. In fact, there's things here that we probably aren't going to bother getting rid of, like the seeder and the sprayer. I mean, they're fine for what we need at the moment. And we do less of that work than we do of the grass work at the moment. So hopefully some of the funds from building up the grass work over the next couple of months will sort us out if we need to upgrade some of this equipment. The cultivator, handy to have there. This bale grab, I mean, we've barely used it. In fact, I don't think we have used it. That's been there since the start. So that can go. That is brand new. Look, there's not even any chipped paint on that. And this is going to go. Old Faithful, this bale loader, which we love, and you know how much we appreciate the work that this does for us. We think we found something better. So I'll talk you through that in a little minute as well. So the 2 things that we're going to go from here are the 2 bale loaders, or the bale attachments. Round here though, I think I said it in the last episode as well, our balers are both leased. So that means we can hand this one back without any charge, or losing any more money on it, because we're not selling it, we're just handing it back. We don't want it anymore. And we're going to spend some money on a new one. Let me just pull the HUD up actually. There you go, there's 915,799 in the bank. We obviously had an initial loan as well, so that's been factored into that lending as well. So we've got $1 million borrowed in total now. And we're going to go and spend most of it in one go. So let's hand back that, let's sell the 2 bale grabs, and then we'll know exactly how much money we've got to play with. So there we go, returning that small round baler, done, and we still have the big one there. And our telehandler tool there, we're only going to get 1,574 for that, and the Gavile one, 1,256 for that as well, so let's get rid of that. So there we go. A princely £2,830 extra in our back pocket. Right, let's talk you through some of the new purchases now. So we've already talked about the 8S, that is ours. Now we're going to part with the money for that at 202,000. The Valtra that we've got already, that we've got on test, we're going to buy the one we've got, and because it's an X-demo model, we can get it a little bit cheaper. This is 207,000 here. We can pick it up for a little bit less than that. So we'll check the price of that in a little minute, but we'll press the button on that as well. And the third tractor, our JCB, wherever it is. Here it is. There you go, 176,500 again. We're going to get the demo one. It's done a few hours, so we get a little bit of a discount on it, which is nice. Not going to complain about that. But that will be our 3 new tractors. In addition, we are going to get the LO mower here. Because we've got the Valtra that you can run in reverse, you can spin the seat round in the cab, we are going to use this bad boy. 180 horsepower required for this, 7.3 meters, so it's a good width on it as well. But that means we can basically have 2 baling crews running at any one time, which will just make everything a little bit more efficient as well. So we're going to invest in that as well. And the final thing, we need the roller. We want to roll the fields near to the farm as well. So we're going to get those. Oh, I completely forgot. Balers. So we are going to go with the Class Quadrant as well. Reason for that is just ever so slightly cheaper than the New Holland and the Case versions, and maybe a little bit more compact as well. Not much. I mean, much of a muchness really, but I think it's just ever so slightly smaller, which should help us on the lanes a little bit. And to be honest, when you tot all that up, we ain't got much money left. So let's go ahead. Let's get all of this paid for. Let's sign the checks. Let's get everything bought. And then we'll maybe have a look at our new equipment. Right. That's it. We've basically got no money left now. 62,000. We'll keep that as a float. Hopefully we're going to recoup that pretty quickly now with all this mega new equipment we've got. So let's go back to the fields. Let's see what we've got to do next. Let's get on with it. Right, that's us heading back to the yard. We're going to drop off the mower. That's all the mowing done for now. While we're at the yard, we're going to pick up the round baler because we've got 2 fields of round bales to pick up first and get those jobs done. Then the other 3 contracts are hay bales. So Davy's in the Valtra now. He is tedding. And we'll need to follow up with the windrower as well on those. So as soon as he's finished the tedding, he's going to jump into the windrowing while I'm doing the baling of the new silage bales. And then I'm going to get the front loader down there, going to get those loaded up, get those contracts sold and done, and then we'll go and bale up the hay bales. So we're going to push on. Right, here we are, back at the yard. I'm just going to give this a wash. It's done a power of work, this mower, and is looking a little bit the worse for wear, so we'll give it a little bit of a clean. And the tractor, because it's new, it's going to get a little bit of a birthday too. So we'll get this nicely cleaned and then back over there with the baler. Right, baler all hooked up. Let's head over and make our first silage bales of the new season. Right, here we are. Now, if you remember, we had that Oxbow windrower last time, which produces rather monumental windrows. So, could be quite good fun. We might get a lot of bales in a very short amount of time here. But this is field 1, so let's get this started. And then the next silage field is just down there. Now, Davy's finished tedding the hay over there as well. And he's over in the other field tedding those. So by the time he's finished all those, will I be finished? I might be finished before him. We'll see. If I am, we might need to jump in the windrower for a bit. If not, Davey will already started it. I'll get him to start in that field over there anyway. And we can go and try out the new baler as well. Of course, we've got to load these up and get them down to the sell points as well. So we've got enough to keep us busy anyway. So let's see how we get on. Let's see how quickly we get our first bale. Watch that counter. It's ticking up pretty quick, isn't it? Yeah, there we go. First bale, half a pass. So, what do you reckon? 10 bales out this field? We shall see. Okay, let's push on and get this done. Right, that was a bit haphazard. I just thought I'd leave it running though and let you lot see it as we did it. But yeah, quite hard there. I should have turned automatic drop on for the bale as well. That would have helped me a little bit. But they were going so fast. The bales were going from 0 to 100% so quickly that I didn't have a chance. So 75%. This will definitely take another bale here. Look at this. We'll probably leave 93%. Okay, that's a shame. Kind of thought we'd get another full bale out of that. We may still. There's a bit of a chunk at the bottom there, which we can go and pick up. 94% with that little piece. There's a few bits down here. But look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and potentially 13 if we count this one in here. Not a bad little crop from such a small field, which shows how good the grass is already this time of year. Right, let's park this just over here in the corner of the field, and then we'll head back up to the dealer, because all the new stuff is sitting up there. Hello everyone. Well, like I said in the last episode, this was supposed to be going to another farmer to demo, and we swooped in and said, no, thank you very much, we'll have that. So there we go. We're going to run that one down to the field. We'll go via the yard and pick up the trailer, but we'll go to the field. We're going to drop these and leave these here. These are the square bale grabs in yellow, and the round bale grab here is in black. So we'll leave those here for now, but I can't wait to give those a go later on. There's the new yellow mower as well, looking really good. We don't need that just now. That will go on the Valtra. And there's our roller for the fields at home farm as well. We need to get those sorted. So we'll get on with that in just a little minute. You know what? I was just about to pull away and I've just had an idea. Why do I not load up these last 4 bales here, and I could sell those at the same time? It won't register them as being part of the contract, but it will give me the money for them. Let's give that a go. Let's get this lowered. Hit that button. Also, here's the other benefit of the stacker. 3 high. Couldn't do that with the old one. There it is. Grabbed. We'll stack this on the other side. We'll actually drop this, I think, on the back, just out of the way for now, because we might unload this one and add it to one of the other piles when we get to the field. So let's just do it like that for now, and let's head over to the field. So we need to ratchet these up before we move as well, I think, or we're going to have all kinds of trouble on our hands. There we go. Hope that's good enough. We'll soon find out, won't we? Right, let's head to the field. Right, here we are. No issues with the bales on the way over, which is good. So, let's get into a quick time lapse and get things loaded up. Quite excited to see how much more efficient this is. I mean, we were pretty good with the last one, but this is a whole different level of efficiency. So, I guess we'll see you in a minute. And there we go. First field done. Now, I'm just wondering... for the record, I know about the incident at the start. I did see them fall off and put them back on. Yes, I was a little bit optimistic with my skills straight off the bat. Now, we can fit another... What do you reckon? We can fit another 12 bales on here. So depending on what comes out of this field, even though we've got multiple fields of bales on this trailer, we could technically try and get as many on as we wanted. Equally, will we get more than 16 bales out of this field? And will we need to do 2 runs anyway? I don't know. So actually, I'm going to bet before we take that up to sell it, we're going to bale this field and see how we get on. It's going to be a bit ugly again. Look at the size of some of these windrows. It's going to be a mess. And this is why we didn't keep that windrow. But hey, we've got a job to do. There's quite a lot of bales in here. We're definitely going to get more than 16 out of here. So I think we finish loading that trailer after we've baled this field, and we take what we can up with what's left there. Okay. Let's fire this up. Let's keep going. I'm going to put this on... we go automatic drop. Let's turn that on. Okay, we are just wrapping this. That's utter madness. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 bales on the one pass. What I'm going to do is take those down to the sell point, and the other thing I'm going to do is bump up the size of the bale, I think, if we can. And we can't. 125s only, so we are going to be churning out crazy amounts of bales. Right, if we can't bump the size, I guess we just push on, don't we? Right. I will see you after the madness finishes. We are going to be hauling bales all day. Right, there we go. That was hard work. Just the speed the bales were coming out again. Just it's really hard to keep up and not kind of crash into things. And now I've got 97% of a bale in here, and I'm looking desperately for little bits of grass around the field. I've actually done a better job than I thought I had at collecting stuff, so I might be like 1% or 2 short, but I think we can probably find enough. There we go, we're on 98 already. There's another chunk down here and a few bits over there. We should just do very nicely, but in terms of number of bales, holy moly, we are definitely running a few loads down to the sell point. There we are, 99. This is going to work out perfectly, actually. Look at that. Could have asked for better. Yeah, we're going to be picking these up for a while. Look at that. Brilliant. Let's get this hooked up. Let's get this into the field. Let's get that first load loaded up. Because, like I said, even though we've got 4 bales from our farm here, plus the bales that were collected from this field, and we're going to add another probably 12 to the back of the trailer here from this field. When we get to the sell point, it should register them all for the relevant contracts. So we shall see. But we're going to be picking up bales from here for a very long time. Right, let's do it. This is going to be frantic, but good fun. I am loving this bale grab. Absolutely loving it. And if anybody wants it, Black Sheep modding, it's in the mod hub, and it's great. Right, once again, I've left it in, but yes, not ideal. A little bit more practice required with this. It is, the JCB just wants to go, it just wants to go fast, so it can sometimes just rattle into the trailer at full tilt, so that's what happened there. Now, because of our stacking not being completely on point, I might struggle to get 2 sets of bales on the end here, although I'm nudging them up there, and I actually think I might now. I was utterly convinced there that I wouldn't have the scope to fit. It may hang off the back ever so slightly, but yeah, okay, take it back, good. We're trying to be as efficient as possible. This trailer's going to be heavy as though, isn't it? Gently does it. And they're not perfectly settled on the back either, but I'm pretty pleased with that. I'll take that. Right. Let's get these ratcheted up. And let's get this to the sale point. So remember, many bales from many different people here. Let's see how we get on with this. 105,000 litres. So, which sell point as well? That's a good point. We're going to be going to different sell points. Oh, I hadn't thought about that. Doesn't matter for my bales, but it'll matter for the other ones. Let's just check. If we're lucky, both of these silage bales are going to the same place. So, 31 is going to town stores bales. And luckily 32 is going to town stores bales too, so oh man, we might have dodged a bullet there. I actually don't know what happens if you take them. Maybe they just don't sell. Love to know in the comments actually, if anybody's ever done that. Do they sell and you get a penalty, or do they just not sell? Anyway, it's not a problem for us now, because they're getting sold at the same place. So, let's get out of here and let's get them sold. Gotta say, hats off to 4D modding as well for building such a sturdy trailer. This is nice. I thought that might topple some of the trailers. That might have fallen over by now. Right, town store. Let's go. Right, we are just pulling out onto the road here, and guess what? It's only the one that's right on our doorstep here. I actually think this might be one of the entrances into it. How about that? Couldn't have got more lucky than that. The other option was to travel right across the map, which, as you know, on Court Farms can be a bit of a challenge with some of the routes, but we have totally lucked in. It's round the back of here. Right. Let's see if it's going to work this out. Should do. Make sure we're lined up on the sell point. There we go. Okay, straps off. Moment of truth. Gosh. Contract on field 32 finished. 8% transported to field 31. Did we make any money there? I don't think we did. I think he counted those bales as part of the contract. Oh well. Maybe we'll get recompensed with leftover bales when we finish field 32. Right, let's go and get the rest of those bales. I want to tick both those contracts off before the end of that. I've just noticed it's just gone 5 PM at night as well, so actually, if we can get that finished before the end of the day, that would be great, and get those collected. That would be awesome. Right, here we are. I'm going to stick it right in the middle of the field here. Right, let's see how many bales we can get on here. Right. How about that? We worked it out. Bale perfect. Couldn't have made that up, could you? But we've done it in one load. Now, all we've got to do is get these last 3 bales. I haven't strapped down the last 3 piles, so this is either going to go to plan, or we're going to end up with 9 bales lying on the floor when I make a hash at this, but we're not going to make a hash of it. Positive thinking and all that. Just going to roll up nice and steady, like so. Going to lower it down, like so. Nudge forward ever so slightly. And do that. It's a little bit wonky. But we're done. Another 30 bales now. It's going to be interesting to see if we make any money off the back of this. We didn't make any money by our 4 bales on there, so they've been counted as part of the other contract, which is interesting. So now we have to hope. There's a bit of an overspill here. We made quite a little bit of money last season by doing that. But look at this. How good is that? Right. Let's get to the store. See what we've got. Right, here we are. In cab with 30 bales behind us. And we literally have to get to the end of the road here. And get these sold. Just check the other way as well. Looking good. The speed is noticeable across the board. It has taken us virtually no time compared to what happened last year. And we're only really getting started. We're still getting used to the equipment. So, I'm very, very happy with how things have gone. And we've covered off our first 2 silage contracts of the season as well, which is great. So, good money as well. Good money for these, which will help top up the coffers and start to pay that loan back at some point. But let's get this lined up over the grill. Hit the sell button. Things are looking good. Okay, let's take the straps off. Oh, in fact, let's bring our HUD up so we can see how much we make. Straps off. Sold, sold, sold. 13,000 in sold bales. I'll take that. Oh my goodness me. So not only have we just finished 2 contracts, I've made an extra 13 grand in bales. Okay. We've got 3 other fields of hay to do, which we'll leave for the next episode. What we'll do, we'll just collect these 2 contracts as well. There we go. 9,122. Thank you very much. And 14,316. Thank you very much indeed. There are 3 active ones as well, all sitting on 20% because we've mowed and tedded. So we've got a bale now and sell. But some good money there as well. Look at that. Wow. Okay. So there we go. 97,000 already. And we've got 3 more to go. Plus whatever extras we'll sell. Obviously hay doesn't have the monetary gains that we do from silage, but it all counts, right? So we're going to run this back to the 3rd field there that's been tedded. And I think we'll call it there for this episode and for this evening's work. We have got through a lot, but we've still got a lot to do. So, thank you so much for watching. Just in case you hadn't worked out, I have had a riot playing this episode. Sometimes you just have so much fun playing this game, and this was one of those times. New equipment, getting stuff done quickly, just felt really, really good. Really enjoyed myself. So, on that note, thank you all so much for watching and for your support with this series. It's been a real fun one to do, I've got to say, and I am still having so much fun with it. So, thank you all very much, and I will see you all again very soon. Take care. Bye for now. Hello everyone, it's TheFarmSimGuy here, hope you're all doing well. Welcome back to Corp Farms. We are still busy with our contracts at the moment. We're just giving the tedder a little bit of a clean here because we are done with this just for now. I'm sure we'll be back very, very soon, but we were going to stop because it's 5:30 at night, but actually, with the weather being so good, we just thought we'd push on for a little bit longer. Now, one of the things we do want to do before too much longer is get the rolling done back at home farm. So before we go and carry on dealing with things with our contracts, what we want to do is go and quickly head up there and do that. Now I've picked up the Valtra and we are going to run this over to the shop. We're going to pick up the roller that we purchased in the last episode, and we are going to get that into the 2 fields. Now Davey has headed off in the Massey with the new windrower, and he's going to get those 3 fields of hay all windrowed up and ready to go so that we can throw the baler in there as soon as we're done with the rolling. So we'll head back to home farm and we will see you there. I said home farm, I actually meant the shop to pick up the roller first, and then we'll go to home farm. So let's jump in here and grab this ASAP. Now, I have noticed that when it gets to a certain time, the sun does go down very, very quickly. So I think we've only got a small window of opportunity here to get this done before it goes really dark. But it shouldn't take too long. It's a nice little roll of this. So if we get this hooked up and sorted pretty quickly, we'll be laughing. And then, hopefully, tomorrow morning, we can start baling those windrows as well that Davey's getting worked on. He should be finished definitely in the next little while as well, so things are looking good for another busy day tomorrow. Right, here we are back at the yard. It's the first time I've actually had a good play with this Valtra in anger. Had a little bit of a spin around the yard with it before, but Davey's been in it most of the time since we got it. Lucky him. So I'm looking forward to giving it a go. Right, now I'm going to roll both of these fields. Interestingly, we'll probably get rid of the rid of the layer of grass that's on this. But now is the right time to do it, I think, before it gets too long, so we can accept that we'll lose this first layer, but it'll grow back pretty quickly, and we'll get a higher yield at the end of it as well. So I'm just going to charge on and get this done. We've got a couple of gaps in our planting there as well, which I completely missed. I don't know how that happened, but let's get this done. There you go. It's looking nicely chewed up there. That looks good. That'll rot back into the ground, and we'll have a killer crop off this later in the year. Again, we've got a lot of silage for the cows, so actually we might be able to sell this and make even more money. Right, let's push on. Let's get this done. Right, here we go, last little bit, and that is the first field done. Like I said, the light is dropping really quickly, so we need to get into the next field, try and get that done before everything goes too dark to really work. I mean, we can work on in the night if we really want to, but I don't really see the benefit in it. We've got time on our hands. I just wanted to get this rolled before the corn next door seeded, so what we'll do, we'll get into the next field, we'll push on with that and get that done, and we'll go and check and make sure Davey's finished all his windrowing as well, and then we know what we can hit the ground running with tomorrow morning. Right, we did a bit of a trade with Davey. He's going to finish off the rolling at home farm because he hadn't started this third field yet, so we don't have some of the deadline. I think he wants to go to the pub, to be honest, which is more than welcome to do, so we don't have that luxury, so we're going to jump in this third field, get it tedded up, and then we can tick the boxes for everything we wanted to do before the end of the day. This is our new windrower, by the way, and it's going great guns. Can I get in down there? No, I'm going to go around here. It's brilliant. Really, really good. It's going to, I think, give us more sensible rows, but it's also, you know, 9.1 meters wide, so it's a perfect balance, and I think ideal for this map. So let's push on, let's get this done. It won't take us too long, so we'll see you when we're done. Right, we are done. Night dropped pretty quickly actually, so glad we got that out of the way, and we can fold this up, and that is everything ready for tomorrow. But now I think we'll run this back to the yard and get it parked up. We're going to go and pick up the baler from the shop first thing in the morning, so on that note I think we'll call it there and head off to bed for the evening. Right, we'll see you in the morning. Morning everyone. We stayed in the caravan last night just because we were down here. We could have gone back to the house, but we thought we'd just stay down here for ease. And now, decision time. Massey with the baler? Or do I give the Valtra a whirl? Valtra's up at the other farm. Yeah, I'm going to take the Massey. Right. Let's head down to the store. Let's pick up our new baler. I'm going to get Davey to do a bit of running around as well. I want him to pick up the other grab, bring the JCB down to the field, and then we might swap over. He can do a bit of baling, and we will start picking up bales, getting ready to sell them. Right, dealership is here. Let's grab our baler, which is sitting there looking really nice. I am seriously hyped about this, so let's give it a go. It's a big old beast of a baler, isn't it? Right, let's get hooked up. Now, decisions. Which field do we go to first? I wonder if we do the little one, 130. Or actually, maybe we'll just do 24. 24 is the closest. Let's head there first. And then we'll go to 31, which we did last night. And then finally, Littlefield 130. And we also probably want to get Davey on onto mowing as well. We've got those 2 new contracts, and they're going to need things cutting. Oh, sorry, nearly had an accident with a cement mixer there. Yeah, we've got 2 new fields that need mowing, so we better get on with it. There's that deer with a death wish. It's the one that we nearly ran over in the other episode. Right, we're just talking waffle now. We will see you down at the field. Right, here we go. This is an area of the map that I have not used before. There's the field we want to get into. I was wondering where the entrance was, but it's right here. Right, let's loop round. And we'll get started. Right, we have finished this field, and actually way more bales than I was expecting. So we'll just ignore that bit of grass there. We don't want that contaminating our hay bales, but we're just picking up a few little bits and pieces that have been left around the edges of the field just now. Now you can see Davey has brought over the fast track with the dual square bale loaders on. What we're going to do, the trailer isn't here at the moment, so Davey's going to go and get the, well, he's going to take the baler away with him. He's going to go and bale those other two fields, and by the time he's done those, hopefully he'll be able to bring the trailer back here. So in the meantime, We're going to gather all these up and put them by the gate in a nice pile, ready to be collected at a later date today. Right, we're just going to roll this over to here. Unload these last couple of bales. Oh, that was nearly interesting. There we go. And yeah, Davey can take this away. Right, that's Davey away. So, look at this. We have got a loader on the back. Same on the front, so we can move 6 bales at once. We're just going to stack them just at the edge of the field here. And that means when we come back and load up later on, we're not having to drive all over the field and get them. It's not ideal. You know, best scenario would have been the trailer was here, but we can't do everything at once. We need more help. So, in the interim, let's get these racked and stacked. Kind of looking forward to this, not going to lie. Right, we'll see you shortly. Right, here we go. Let's get these stacked up once again. This is literally the 3rd time this has happened. We've managed. Oh, he says as he makes a complete hash of what it stacked up already. We've managed to get the right amount of bales. How has that happened to us 3 times? I'm not going to complain though. Buzzing. Right. Let's get these last ones stacked, and we've got this beautiful pile ready for some very quick loading onto the trailer when it arrives next, once Davey's done his bits and pieces with the baler in the other fields. Absolutely brilliant. So there we go, let's just nudge that up against there, like so. And pull that backwards. What a brilliant, brilliant piece of kit that is. Look at that. I would never ever be able to achieve that without a little bit of help from a bit of auto load. And to be honest, just that little bit of help makes the game all the more fun for me. So, I know it's not everybody's cup of tea, but for me, it's just to see that is very satisfying. And I know I would never achieve that on my own. So, there we go. Right. I guess we better wait for Davey to come back. So, on that note, I will say thanks again for watching. I'm loving doing this grass work at the moment. Absolutely loving it. So I hope you are too. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you again very soon. Take care. Bye for now. Hello everyone, it's TheFarmSimGuy here, hope you're all doing well. Welcome back to Court Farms. We are here, we're about to jump in the Valtra actually and run down to collect the trailer. We left the JCB at the end of the last episode with those lovely stacked bales, and we were hoping that Davey was going to be finished on the 3rd field with the baler and be able to bring the trailer up with the Massey. He hasn't finished yet, there is quite a lot of bales to work with. So we're going to run down to field 33, we're going to pick the trailer up, and then we are going to run this back up there, and then we can get them loaded up. So let's head down there. Things are going well, I've got to say. The efficiency levels are off the charts. We've still got a couple of contracts to finish, which should bring us some rather nice cash in. There's the maize looking rather good in the field there that we planted earlier on. A few weeds in there that need to come out as well. We need to do that at some point, but just for now we've got enough on our plate, so we'll push on, we'll head down, and we'll pick up that trailer, and we'll see how Davey's doing. Davey's in the last field, I know that. There was field 130 at the top of the map. He'd finished that, and he had headed down to field, I think it was 33, so we'll head down there now, and we'll see how he's getting on. Right, here we are. I can see the windrows over there in the far field. Can't see a baler. I can see a baler. There he is, doing his thing. It's always interesting with that baler. It takes ages for the first bale to come out, and then they come out thick and fast after that. So there should be another good crop on there. But we are here for the trailer. So we'll grab this and we'll head back up to the other field. There we go. The grass has started to grow back already. Look at this in this field as well. It's not going to take long for there to be another cut ready, and we're going to be doing some more. But I've got to say, the efficiency with the new equipment has been even better than I first thought we would get out of this, which is great. And we're starting to make some good money. Look at that, it's only just delivered his first bale. They are short windrows though. And then we've also got another 2 contracts sitting, waiting to be done. So let's have a quick look at those. Field 24 is active. Field 33 is the one we're just doing at the moment. Field 130, that's the one we're working on at the moment. These ones haven't been started yet. There we go. Field 65 and Field 64 right next to each other. So by the time we've completed 24, 33 and 130, we can jump straight into 64 and 65. And what I want to do is try that LO mower with the Valtra. Now, somebody in the chat this week suggested that I put the LO on the front and the Tedder on the back, which I think is a genius idea if we're doing hay bales. Obviously, can't really do that if we've got silage contracts because we need to wrap them. But genius idea for the hay bales. Oops, I managed to just lean on the fence there a little bit, but we're good. So let's run this up to field 24 where we were at the end of the last episode with the JCB and get it loaded up and get those sold. Right, here we are. Let's just, the easiest way is to reverse in to that field to straighten ourselves up. There we go. Now, I have had mixed reviews from you lot on this little stacking setup. I thought it was brilliant. But there's been a lot of people who are a bit anti-auto-load in the chat, so I am interested. Like, genuine open question. I do this for speed, and you can get much neater stacks. But people saying it's a bit cheaty. Now, I do it because it's kind of one step between having a full auto-load trailer that you just drive up alongside the bales and they appear magically on the trailer. Sometimes I use that way, sometimes I don't. But this, I kind of thought there's still a little bit of skill in at least loading them onto the trailer. And you saw in the last episode, I still managed to topple a few of them over. So, obviously I'm going to use it now because I'm enjoying it. But future harvests, I would be interested to know what you think and whether or not we go full manual and give it a go. Personally, I know how that's going to go, and probably not that well, so if you want to see me suffer, I understand that as well, but equally, is it spoiling, is it detracting from your enjoyment of the series, or would you prefer that I carry on as I am? Like I said, it's an element of bringing speed to it and enjoyment for me as well. It would take me 3 times longer to record an episode if I was manually loading than it would if I was auto-loading, so from that perspective, it's another reason I do it. But equally, I'm happy to take some steer from you guys on it. But for now, we are where we are with this setup, so we're going to carry on with it. It's so good. I know a lot of you have also asked about this setup as well and where you can get it, so I will put a link in the description. It is in the mod hub, and it's from Black Sheep Modding, and it's brilliant. In fact, I've been using it all this time, and I haven't actually unfolded it. There's 2 actual forks down at the bottom here that are sitting up there, and I should be able to unfold them. Let me see if I can do that. Strangely, I can't get it to work, but there's definitely something that should fold out. Answers on a postcard, as always, if you have used it and you know what it is. But in the meantime, I am going to push on and get these loaded up. Right, here we go. 2 more loads. I actually hadn't realised, but we've managed to do it again. By pure chance, rather than anything else, we have managed to get exactly a full load of bales on a trailer from the field. Now, this is going to be interesting because I haven't strapped these down at all. I'm trying to see how good I can get at this without making a hash of it. So usually when I do something like that, first thing I do is make a complete hash of it. So kind of pleased I've even got to this point without wrecking everything that I've done so far. There's still time though. There is still time, but looking good. A little bit inaccurate. I'd like to nudge all of those up. Again, a recipe for disaster if I decide to do those, but we will do that at the end. But first and foremost, let's get these last 4. Let's spin around and get them loaded up. Let's not spin around and clatter the trailer though. We've been there and done that already. Let's get things lined up here. Wish me luck. This is where it could all go horribly wrong. Let's go a little bit higher. Ooh. I was rolling in a bit fast then as well. Right, here we go. I know half of you are willing me to make a mess of this. And there's a very high chance I will. But also, sometimes, just sometimes, I do alright. Now, I don't like those gaps. I want to close those gaps. But by closing those gaps, I am opening up the potential of a complete and utter disaster. So, all our hard work could go straight out the window. Let's make sure we're lined up properly, shall we? Right, here we go. Here we go. We can do this. Come on. We can do this. Got 'em. Right, so we'll just nudge these forward a little bit. 1 set. That's looking alright. 2. There we go. Bit safer now. Job done. Right, let's get these strapped up and sold. I am pretty pleased with that. Not bad at all. There we go. 2 more. Oh, 1 at the back as well here actually. That is a pretty robust load of bales. And what we'll do We will run this back up to field 130. And then we'll come back and get the JCB. Exciting. Right, I've just got to check the sell point as well. Let's make sure we sell it at the right place. Thank you, all of you, for that as well, actually. The tips on if you take them to the wrong sell point, what happens. And it isn't good. So, always check your sell points before you sell them. Right, we are nearly there. We have been super lucky. Again, it's town stores bales for the third time. So all three of these initial contracts have ended up at town store bales. So let's swing in and get them sold. At the other entrance then, it's just a little bit wider. Bit easier with a high stack of bales on. We have been known to go the other way, but truth be told, I overshot it. Right, here we are. Let's get these done. Now, the next field, 130, there isn't as many bales on that, so actually what we might do is double stack with our loads, but again, let's check the sell points first. If they're going to different places, we might have to do it as two separate runs. So, here we go. Let's turn the HUD on so we know what we're looking for. Straps off. Contract's done. Finished. And an extra 2,700 in bales. Happy days. Right. Up to field 130 now, and we'll go and get the JCB. Right, here we go. There's field 130 ahead. And actually, gives you an idea for how green this map is. Look at all this grass still waiting to be cut. There's a few things over here, but in general, there is a lot of grass work to be done on this map. Right, okay, what we're looking at here, probably half a load. Let's just check the contract and see where they want them delivered. Garden Centre Bales, actually, which is just next door. That is the closest I think we could have got in terms of a sell point. That's great. And field 33, where do they want theirs to go? Garden Centre Bales. We have lucked in here, haven't we? Wowee. And then 64 and 65, Garden Centre and Garden Centre. How about that? Now, 64 and 65. 65 is definitely hay. And that's drying with a tedder and baling it too. So we can try the yellow mower with a tedder behind it. So, I know what we're going to do. We are going to get this load stacked up, sold because it's right next to us, and then we're going to go and finish the last field. At the same time, we're going to get the mower going. Right, here we are. Let us get into this ASAP. Shouldn't take us too long at all. He says, hopefully. Right, we'll see you in a little minute. Man who stood in ward when he heard you can, 'cause it shows me that faith is more than sight. Whoa, yes, to the wandering child, looking for a star to guide, pushing through the darkness of the night. Hold your hand up to your heart, I know it's just a chance to start. I know that it might feel like it's too hard. And there we go, just 11 bales off this field. Obviously a small field, so that's okay. But we'll just drop these in the middle here. I think we're driving past it. It seems silly to drive past it to collect other bales, to then drive back. So let's drop these here, like so. And then that is done. So what we'll do, we'll sell these, we'll run the trailer down on the Valtra here to the other field, field 33, and then we'll go and get the Elo mower and the tedder onto this, and we'll get it going in the other fields. Now, I'm not going to reverse it this time, because I'm going to try that trick when we put the tedder on the back. So, let's head to the sell point, and then we'll go and get it hooked up. Alright, here we are. let's just go into this gate here. A few of you have asked how Willie is getting on as well, and why is he not helping? Well, he, because he's semi-retired, kind of picks and chooses what he wants to do, and he's not a big fan of bales. So, that's fine. We just don't use them for bales, but looking at some of the crops in these fields, harvest is going to come around very quickly, and we're going to need him then. Big time. So, there we go. Sell, sell, sell. Oh. It's counted those as field 33 first, so it hasn't completed that contract yet. So, we're going to have to do field 33 as well. That's interesting. Even though those were on field 130, it counted them as field 33 bales. Because we've got the dual contracts going and both going to the same delivery point. Very interesting. Right. I guess we'll head down to field 33 then, on the right side of the road. Crikey, that was nearly a disaster, wasn't it? Okay, we'll see you down there. Right, we're going to try and go in a different way here. If we can get in this way, that'll cut down our trip back, because there, you can see it just ahead, is the other field. Now, we could drive the path around the outside, but it is just a grass field, so I think we'll just head straight over. So that is a lot quicker than going around the roads. Good stuff. So we're just going to drop, like I said, we're going to drop the trailer here. We're going to go and get the LO mower and the tedder, and we're going to get started on the other two contracts. Looking at the Valtra here, it's only 230, so it's a bit short on power. Now I could give it a go, but equally we've got a 300 horsepower tractor here, so I'm going to go and put the LO mower on the Massey, and we're going to keep the Valtra with us. Here we are. Now there's the tedder, kind of tucked away in the corner. Actually, hooking up to the front might be a little bit easier. So we can just sneak in here. Now visibility might be an issue here, but as we're literally nipping a little bit down a track, there's not going to be any other vehicles coming along it other than the farm equipment, so no danger to the public I don't think with this one. Let's just have a look what it looks like though. Oh no, look at that. Loads and loads of visibility. So let us, I'm just trying to think, a turn here. In fact, this is our first ever field that we did a contract in. We've gone full circle, the equipment's different. It's that long thin field we did, I think it was in episodes 1 and 2. There we go. Maybe a little bit of hedgerow was damaged in the getting into that field, but sometimes you've got to do what you got to do. Right, let's flip these over. I nearly just unfolded them and got on with it then, without realising what I needed to do. So, let us drop this down as well. Can I unhitch it without unfolding it? No. It's got to be unfolded, but that's alright, we've got to do that anyway. It's heavy, this thing. So actually, probably have done with some wheel weights on the back, but too late for that now. We're just going to give it a go and see what happens. Now, width-wise, our tedder is wider, so I'm going to run it, I think, off the width of the mower and just have to overrun some of the grass twice to ted it. Hopefully we don't get caught up in any hedgerows or anything. We shall see. This may not be the best solution, but we're going to try it, see what happens. In fact, this is so much more massively wide. I'm having second thoughts now, because potentially this is going to overlap so much we're going to get caught on hedgerows and trees and the like, and this is probably not the right field to do it in either. Yeah, I'm going to drop this off and I'm just going to run the mower, I think. It was a nice idea, and it's still a clever idea. I just have the wrong sort of equipment. I would definitely want to have, see, look, I'm even doing it then, just catching on the branches of that tree. I would want to have the same width mower and tedder, I think. So let's just... It's about as far as I can drop it off, isn't it? Right, got to fold it up before we can unhitch it, which is probably better. We can tuck it in the corner here. But we're going to drop it in the corner here, and we're going to do the jobs one after the other. That's a shame. I'd have quite liked to have done that. Maybe in the future in other fields. But for now, let's give this mower a blast. And again, now we could have flipped the Valtra around and undone it that way. So everything's wrong now. It would have been good. I would just see if we can run it the other way on this, but we can't. There is no spinning cab seat in this tractor, unfortunately. Do you know what? I'm doing a lot of thinking aloud here. Let's go and get the Valtra. Let's get this in here. And let's do things the way they were intended. I am going to spin this around first, get it all hooked up, and then I'm going to spin the cab round. The first time I have ever done this. So let's see how we get on. And I think it's Shift V. Yep, there we go. Look at it go. Around we go. And we are now driving in reverse. How about that? Right. Let's lower it down. Let's fire it up. Let's get on with it. That is cool. Weird and cool all at the same time. What's it like in cab? Exactly the same as driving normally. With a little dinky steering wheel. Right, let's get it done.
Time to watch, grab a hand and make this day our march. Pulling down the walls we cross, fighting through the wars we lost, looking for the day when we have won.
Well, this is going well. I've radioed down to Davey and told him if he could get on with stacking those bales, we will load them when we get to the field in a little while. But there's not much more to do on this actually, and then we can jump straight into the tedder and start to get it turned. So in the meantime, let's go and see how Davey's getting on.
All you need. This old world doesn't see. Someday we could all be free. We could change the world if we would just believe. 'Cause faith and love is all you need. This old world doesn't see. Someday we could all be free. Yeah, we could change the world if we would just believe.
Right, we had just started the tedding when Davey gave us a quick radio message to say all those bales were stacked, ready to go, which is great. So as soon as we're done here, we will run down, we'll sell those. That will be those first 3 contracts complete then. That we had. We haven't. This is the first field of the second 2 contracts, so we'll get both of these done. But we'll get those first 3 done, and then we can get a little bit of a a cash in and see how well we're doing, but we'll worry about that in just a little minute. Let's get this done first. Right, there we go. That did not take any time at all. Loving the fact that we've got this big wide tedder to help us. Now 64 is the next field, which is a little bit further up the road, so we're gonna probably grab the equipment, head up there, and then go and sell those bales. So we'll drop the equipment off and then we'll head down to the other field, grab that and get it to the sell point. FSG to Davey, come in. FSG to Davey. That's very strange, he's not answering his radio. Now I told him, stack those bales and just wait for me. Don't try and do anything else with them. So maybe he's just outside the tractor and not out of earshot. FSG to Davey, come in. No? Alright, well, let's hope he's in the field. Because he's kind of done for the day. I was just going to send him home and we can get that last set of bales sold. What is going on here? That's our Massey. Oh no.
I came from the mud. There's dirt on my hands. Strong like a tree. There's roots.
Hello everyone, welcome back. We are in a real predicament here. We have lost a load of bales as Davey has gone around the corner, and now I've sent him straight off to get the bale grab and try and shift this as soon as possible. But as you can see, we have got a long tailback in both directions, and there's some very unhappy people here. Honestly, I told him to stay in the field. I said load them up and then just wait for me to come along. He's actually gone the wrong way as he's come out of the gate as well. He's supposed to be going up to the other sell point, so I don't know where he was going. I'm going to move this out of the way quickly. We'll probably just put it into the sell point over here, just so we can get organised, but we've got to move those bales as quickly as possible. I don't want to load them on the road, so I might just pick them up with a grab and then get them in here and dropped off, and we can take things from there. But very, very frustrating. Now, I did have a look though. It looks like all of the tension strap holders on the side of the trailer have sheared off here. So I think the weight of the bales, if he's gone around the corner too fast, the weight of the bales has just put too much load on those tension straps and they've all pinged off. It is an old trailer, but he shouldn't ever have even been here. We went across the field and went out of the other gate onto the other road, so I am extremely frustrated, as I can imagine are all these people here. So look at him, he's even rammed himself into the back of the caravan there. We're going to do our best to move some of this as quickly as possible. I think I might be able to just nudge that one bale over and get the traffic that's in this direction at least moving while we wait for the bale grab to arrive. But just another dilemma we didn't need, and to be honest, I can see us getting a pretty big fine for this from the health and safety exec. They frown very much on things like this happening. If there was a car under that when that had come off, it would have been a whole heap of trouble. So you've got to be safe and sensible with this kind of thing. But it looks like we've cleared that one side of the road there. I'll just pull into this gateway here. And we'll wait for Davey to come back. When he does come back, I'm just going to send him off the day. I'm going to deal with him later. I just do not have the brain power and the time to chat to him right now. Right, here we are. And luckily nudging that over to the other side has allowed us to clear the traffic. So that gives us a little bit of breathing space to get some of these picked up. So I'm going to very quickly grab as many of these, certainly the ones on the road first, like so, and get them at least onto the side of the road. I'm sure this person here won't mind if I just use their driveway for just a little minute. I want to get them off the road first, and then we can worry about shipping them down to the sell point and getting them loaded back onto the trailer. So we're going to push on with this for a minute. Bear with us while we clear the road, and then we'll get on with things. So there we go. Let's let this traffic get past now. Going to pull into here. We're going to cause an accident here. Those skidding brakes in the background. Goodness me. Right, there we go. At least the road is free now. But we've still got a lot to do. Right. Leave us to it. We'll be back soon. Right, and there we go. Everything back on. That was very annoying to have to do that. But we're going to park this up here. Turn it off. Strap these back up the best we can. We're going to have to make some makeshift tension belts to make this work. But we'll get this into the welding shop and get those added back on pretty quickly. But yes. Very annoying. Right, let's get these down to the store. Right, we've fastened the straps around the actual chassis of the trailer. So we're safe. It's not ideal, but it'll do for now. And we'll just drive slowly and carefully. Something that maybe Davey should have thought about a little bit more. And also, maybe should start taking orders a little bit better, because we did tell him just to wait for us to come back. So I'm a bit disappointed about that as well. So, like I said, let's just very carefully run these back to the actual sell point they're supposed to go to. So we will see you up there. This should finish our 3 field contracts that we have live and in progress at the moment. And then we can focus on the other 2, 63 and 64. So, back very shortly. Hello?
FSG. Charles here. What seems to be going on? I'm getting people phoning me saying there's bales all over the road.
Ah, yes, just a minor accident coming out of one of the fields. It's all been cleared up now. It's no problem at all.
Well, it doesn't reflect very well on me, does it?
Well, I don't know why it doesn't, Charles. It's my contractor business. It's not related to Home Farm or anything like that.
Well, you know, guilty by association and all that. Please stop having all these minor incidents. They're causing me all kinds of bother.
Yes, Charles, fine. I'll speak to you later. Wow, man, he is really concerned about his image, isn't he? Very annoying. I guess that puts paid to us sitting him down and having a chat about the Range Rover. I was just about to pluck up the courage to do that. I must say, actually, you lot are a very very morally centred group, other than a few of you rogue ones. Over the piece, everybody has said, fess up, it will be better in the long term. Now, I had my window of opportunity, and it's gone again because, well, yeah, Charles is annoyed with me again. We're making a habit of this, aren't we? Anyway, we're here, let's sell these bales. This should, like I said, cover off our first 3 contracts as complete now. So there we go. All done and dusted now. Let's go. Ah, it's picked up field 64 now, hasn't it? And contract on field 65 is finished. And 15 transported for field 30. Oh my goodness. They're all getting mixed up with each other here. I really hope I've taken some of these to the right sell point. Now luckily they are all garden centre bales, every single one of them. So we have got our 3 complete here. I'm going to collect all 3 of these, because that is a large chunk of money. So we're left with field 130, which we've baled and removed the bales from, and sold the bales as well, but they've obviously got mixed up with the other contracts. I think field 64 or 65, I can't remember which, we haven't even started on yet. Let's just have a look at the map. Actually, I've just realised I shouldn't have collected field 65 because we'd only tedded that. There was a whole lump of other crop on there that we could have sold, and I've gone and completed the contract because it completed it with bales from another contractor. So, lesson there, do not finish or collect your contracts once they're finished until you've got all the material off them. Oh, I'm kicking myself now. That is frustrating. Could have made myself another nice little sum of money. But as it is, 134,000 here. That's not bad at all. Now, we need to get this trailer down to the dealership to get these repairs done, and in the interim, we're going to see what else we can pick up. A few of you have said now, actually, maybe time to upgrade the trailer as well, so we'll have a look at that and see if there's anything more suitable out there. Right, there we go. They've given us this farm tech. It's cost us 19,500, but this is a nice trailer, isn't it? I mean, I'm not overly happy that it's dual axle, so I could have a bit of fun, but I don't think I necessarily need to do a lot of reversing. All the sell points are drive in, drive out, so that's good. I wonder if we can get more bales on. I can't tell. It definitely is bigger. It's definitely longer. We could probably fit a few more bales on this. So that's great. Let's jump in the tractor. Let's head over and get started on field 64. Right. Already, I'm quite liking this. It actually makes it quite nimble and agile on the turns. You can get some tighter spaces with it with the axle at the front, which is great. So I actually think we might have found ourselves quite a nice little bit of kit here. Quite pleased about that. Now remember, we have got a £1 million loan to help grow the business. And we do have all of our old equipment still, which we haven't started to look at getting rid of. So if this turns out to be a better trailer, once the blue trailer's fixed, we could probably look at selling that and getting a bit of money back for it. It's not worth much these days, but also having a long, hard think about the other tractors, because to be honest, since these new ones have arrived, we've barely touched them. So it definitely makes sense to not have equipment lying around doing nothing. So we'll definitely look at that in a little while, but at the moment, we've got a few jobs to do. Right, here we are. Oh, I'm still kicking myself about that. Still kicking myself about that field that I left. I should have kept hold of the contract. I'm so annoyed. But no point crying about it now. We've got a job to do here. So let's get the mower hooked up and let's get on with stuff. So you can see what's happening here. The mower is too low. I can't lift it to get the turns in. I would have to raise it, get the turn, and then lower it down again. It's definitely dragging on the floor. It's almost like the hitch is too low for it. So we might have to switch over to the Valtra. This is definitely not working. I do want to keep going with this solution though, but we could maybe do it with the Valtra reversed So the tether hitch is on the front and the mower on the back. So let's go and get the Valtra, let's give that a go. But this, another failed experiment. Getting a few too many of these at the moment. Right, here we are. I've spent the last half an hour running around the map, moving equipment about, getting things sorted. It would be great if we had somebody to help us, but yeah, the less said about that the better. So I took the liberty of bringing the baler down as well, because we know we're going to need that. The only thing we don't have now is a windrow, but I'll worry about that in a little while. So let's go and get this hooked up to the mower, and hopefully the tether we can run on the front hitch, which will be the back, if you know what I mean. So we reverse up like so, hook things up, Shift B to rotate our cab around, like so, and then reverse up, and hopefully this doesn't drag on the floor on the front hitch. It should be alright. So let's get the field mode first, let's get headland mode first, and then we and then we'll take it from there. Oh look, it's opposites up here. There we go. Very confusing. Right. Like I said, we'll get this first headland done, and then it kind of removes the problem. As long as we do kind of like a half mode row for the second headland, we'll be alright. Now, I don't want to go over the top and end up in the river, but at the same time I don't want to miss too much of the crop either. Right, there we go. That didn't take too long at all. Now you'll notice that I took the tether off after just one lap. I was worried that it was getting tied up in the grass that wasn't cut. It was not going to do it any brilliant help using it. I was worried it was going to damage it. So I decided that enough was enough and I would turn it off. So there we go. It was a nice experiment, but for me, it just didn't quite work. Now we have got obviously the headland done already, and that tether is so big that it's not going to take us any time at all to get this done now. So what I'll do, I'll drop the mower off here, we'll spin the cab round again, and we'll jump straight back in with the tether. There we go, super quick. That's done and dusted. This is such a good tether. Let's get it folded back up. I might as well run this back to the yard actually. Probably the mower too. And get them parked up, and we can bring the windrow back. So that is what we will do. We will be back shortly. Right, let's just tuck this in here. I'm making a point of keeping the yard quite tidy if I can. There we go. And we will grab our windrower here. So interestingly, I have just come down here to get the windrow going, and we've just tedded this. But for some strange reason, we don't have access. Now let's go and look at the contracts here. And it's showing as completed, which means we've handed the bales in already for this field, even though we haven't done this field because it counts them all from different fields if they go to the same sell point. The only problem is field 130 up here is only 32% done because it counted the bales from another field. So we're in a bit of a predicament here. There are no bales left on that field because we collected them. We have no more bales to add to it. So I'm a bit stuck here. What I think we're going to have to do is go and mow and ted our field down here and use that to make up for the lost or the leftover quantity of bales that they need to complete the contracts. This all stems back to me getting rid of field 65 too soon. This is a learn actually. It's not to accept too many contracts in one go. Maybe do them one after the other. Rather than grabbing 5 on the trot. But I'm in a real situation here. Okay. Very interesting. Right, here we are. We've just brought all the machinery back to the yard here because it wasn't working for that field. Now, I think we might as well collect that contract because there's nothing else to do other than it is completed, so we'll collect it. Field 130 we still need a plan for, but I do think we're actually going to have to use some of our grass on our field. Oh, what an absolute comedy of errors. So there it is, field 64. Let us collect that contract, and we are done for now. So field 130, we're going to have to work out a way of sorting that, but other than that, it is all still baling contracts. So we'll grab a couple more, I'm sure, and keep on with those in the next little while. So on that note, there's nothing left for us to do today, I think, other than have a long, hard think about what we've done. And in the meantime, I am going to put a couple of classified ads in the Farmers Weekly on their website and see if I can get some new help down here. Davey is too much of a liability, really. And he can stick to the cows and the horses because he seems to love them and he's doing a good job with those, but every now and again when you put them too close to a piece of machinery, well, things just seem to go wrong. So on that note, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all again very soon. Take care. Bye for now. Hello everyone, it's the Farm Sim Guy here, hope you're all doing well. It has been a little while since we've been over here on Court Farms, but we are back and we have got a lot to do now. First and foremost, let's just do a little bit of a recap of some of the challenges we've had. Now, if you remember, field 130 up here has no bales on it. However, you go and look at the contracts, it's telling me I'm only 32% complete. Now, the problem there was that I had 5 contracts on the go, all going to the same delivery sell point. And so it takes the kind of average of the bales and doesn't attribute the specific bales on that field to that contract. So what I'd done now, what I could have done is left all the contracts open and I wouldn't have had an issue. But I started to collect the contracts, and now I am in the predicament where I have no bales left, but I have an unfinished contract. So I need to sort that out. And I've had a genius idea. So what we're going to do, we're going to drop the front off this. We're going to swap it for the round bale one. Bear with me. We're going to go and grab the trailer from the field. In fact, we'll drop the rear one off as well here. Actually, let's lower that down and hitch that. We're going to go get the trailer from the field, and then we're going to head up to home farm. There we go, other one unhitched. Because, if you remember, we have got a load of round bales for the cattle feed up there, for the TMR, and I'm sure we can offset this error we've got by borrowing a few of those. Obviously we can replace them. We've got this field here, which is our field. We can mow Ted this and replace those bales, but just in the short term, I think it makes total sense to get that contract finished off, repaid, and we can get started on some new contracts. And also, lesson learned, that we don't need to take so many contracts at once in the future. So, we'll pick up the trailer, we'll head to home farm, and we will see you there. It'll actually be the first time using our new trailer as well. Right, here we are. Here's the new trailer, bigger than the old one. Yes, if you remember, Davey had his little incident where he went around the corner too fast and shed the load off the trailer, actually sheared the ratchet strap attaches off the side of the trailer. So we've invested in this new one, which is very nice, but we've not used it yet, so this will be the first time we've given it a go. Now, that field 130 wasn't a huge field, so I'm kind of hoping we don't need too many bales, but we'll see. Right, here we are just at the junction now. One of the other jobs we do have to do, as soon as we sorted these bales out and closed that off, we're going to go and get the weeds out of the cornfield there. I'm going to keep that as neat and tidy as possible, because that could be a very good crop in there for Charles. And I don't think we're particularly popular with him at the moment, so it's not a bad thing to make sure that we look after his crops for him. Right, here we are, let's get to the yard. Let's get this loaded up with a few bales and back down to the sell point. Right, just drop the trailer off there. Let's run down to the shed in the corner and see what we can find. I think I'm gonna say, ooh, 6 bales, maybe 8 should do it. We'll soon find out though. Right, let's get them loaded up. There we go, we can take 3 at a time, so let's stack up the 6 at the front. It's going to be a pretty front heavy load this, but that's just the way it is. It will show you how many bales we can get on this trailer though, which is great for the future, although we don't have fields that massive, so we might be overkill here. We will get the old trailer back at some point as well. It's just at the shop for repairs, so let's just make sure we get these neatly on here. Looks about right to me. There we go. Right, let's grab another. Grab another 3. Let's try 6 to start with, although I'm not confident that's going to be enough. There we go. A little bit iffy there with the loading, but I think we're alright. Is 6 enough? And how stupid does that look on the trailer? But it is what it is. Is 6 enough? I think there's 2 singles. I think there's 2 individual bales on the floor in here. Let's grab those. Right, we've got one. There's the other single. Right, let's do this. Right, there we go. We actually managed to pick up one of the other bales, and it's kind of messed up our load, but it kind of doesn't matter if I'm being honest. So what we'll do just for speed, let's drop this off in here. So we can see where we're going when we're along the road. There we go, perfect. And we will head down to the sell point, and hopefully there's enough bales on here. Right, we're not far away now. We'll just turn down this lane here. It's a bit of a drive actually from home farm this, but luckily, hopefully anyway, we're only having to do it the once. Fingers crossed I've got enough straw on here, or hay on here to sell. Davey. Now we have a problem with Davey. I'm keeping him on. He's looking after the horses. He's actually doing a really good job with the horses and the cows at home farm. But I just can't risk putting him back in a tractor. There's just been too many problems so far. So I am on the lookout for some new help. Somebody who can help me on the farm. An accomplished tractor driver who's used to doing lots of different jobs. So I'm going to actually put a job ad in the Farmers Weekly and see if we can drum up any new help from there. I don't think there'll be that much of an issue due to the amount of farms around here, but we shall see. Right, we are here. Let's see if our guesstimation was enough to finish this contract. Right, straps off. Sold, sold, sold. And there we go. Finished. Phew. And just a little bit over there. Just a little. So we made a tiny little bit of money, but that's almost perfect. That's just what we wanted. Right. Great stuff. Right, let's run this back down to our yard, not to home farm, because I'm going to grab the Valtra and then I'm going to run up and pick up a weeder. We have leased a weeder. We don't have many fields with weeds at the moment, and it's not a contract that I'm going to tend to do very often because it's not very lucrative. So we've just leased one for the purposes of the cornfield at home farm, and we'll get that done, and then we'll have a look at some new contracts. Now we're contract free. Well, I say that, but we still need to collect the contract for 130. So there it is, another £9,480. We'll have that. Thank you very much. That was a chore getting that one. That's taken a lot longer than I thought it would, so pleased to get that one out of the way. Right, back to the yard. Right, here we go. This is a big trailer actually. It's way bigger than I kind of thought it was, but it gets through these gates pretty well because it's dual axle. Makes it a bit of a nightmare to manoeuvre sometimes and reverse, but that's more down to my lack of skill than anything else. I think we'll just park it down the side of the shed here. Yes, like I said, Valtra now, and we'll go and quickly do that weeding job. It shouldn't take that long. We've got a very nice horse weeder designed specifically for corn rows, so that shouldn't take us too long. But there we go. Let's roll this into the shed. Had this JCB's had the bale grabs on it since we had it, so it looks a bit funny without them. Into the Valtra. I was going to wash it. It's a bit dirty, but I think we'll just get this job out of the way first, shall we? Let's try and be as efficient as we can. It's kind of middle of the afternoon here. I'd be keen to get these few little jobs done, and maybe even another contract under our belts before the end of the day. Let's see how we get on. So here we are at the dealership, and there it is in all its glory. It's a big old beast, so it's going to take us no time at all to get that field done, which is again another reason why we leased it. But it's got quite a nice little feature with it. Part of the recent Horse DLC. Of course, we've had some horse equipment on demo as well already this series, so should be quite good fun. It's a big old unit actually, isn't it? Jeez, oh. Massive. Right, let's get this down to the field, so we will see you there. Right, here we go, into the field itself. Now you can see the way this is planted across the field diagonally. I think that is the route that we'll take, and I'll show you why as we unfold it. It's got a very clever bit of tech on it that allows it to adjust to the rows as you're doing them. See those two cameras that have just raised up there on the sides. So as we roll forward, hope I've got the right wheels on here, and lower down, you see that move to the side there? And adjust itself so it fits between the rows. Clever, clever idea, and there you go, it's done it again because we're driving right over the middle of one row. So, great bit of equipment. Right, we'll push on with this and let it do its thing. And we'll be back very soon. Right, we're just tidying up a few of the edges here and we will be done. There's a few clumps that I missed on the turns, but get those sorted very quickly, and then this is this job done. I'll be returning this straight away. We literally do not need it beyond this. There's no point in keeping a hold of it and costing us money, so we'll just drop it back. Nice to have a little bit of a play with it though. Very nice piece of equipment, I do have to say. But there we go. A clean field of corn. Looking good, isn't it? Right, back of the yard. We'll give this a little bit of a wash now and see what's what. After that, I think we'll go and have a look and see what we've got in the way of new contracts. Right, we'll get the Massey clean as well. That was sitting here when we brought it back, ready to get a little bit of a spray down. Wasn't that dirty, but the baler definitely is. Love this new baler. This was a great purchase. I'm delighted we got this. Really sped up our workflow and got things done very quickly. What were those bale loaders as well on the JCB? We were really flying. But there we go, nice and clean. Let's get the Valtra done as well. Oh, hold on a second. Well, 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 a new contract and a forage contract. So what they're actually doing is looking for drivers. They have their own equipment, which we'll have to borrow. Obviously, we do not have forage equipment just now, but potentially something we could invest in the future if we're going to pick up a few more of these contracts. So that's the tractors clean. So without needing any of this equipment, we could probably head up to where that contract is, which is by the dealership. So we'll see you up there. So there it is, field 45 forage, and we want to cut, so we're going to do whole crop barley on field 45 and take it to Long Meadow bales. Now there's only a £926 reduction for doing this, but the size of that contract, that's well worth doing, isn't it? So Michael Hammond here said he's got his equipment. Can I just get a driver to get this job done? I need to get it done. So we can do this. I think we might have to give Willie a bell to drive the forage harvester though, and we will drive the tractor and the trailer. So let's do it. Let's borrow the items and let's get it done. Hello, Willie. It's been a while, mate. How are you?
Aye, nae bad, FSG, nae bad.
Fancy driving a chopper for me?
Aye, nae bother.
Fantastic. Field 45, just opposite the dealership. Why don't you head on over? I'll see you there.
Nae bother, FSG. See you there.
So I think this is the field just over on the right here. It's actually quite a big field. Just got to find the way in now. Right, so here we are. Here's the chopper and the trailer down here. It's a big New Holland T8 and a huge trailer. So it's pretty good. It's a bigger field than I thought, but as you can see, it's still green, and we're doing a whole crop silage here. So what we need now is somebody driving this. Willie'll be along in a minute, and then we'll get started. We'll get the trailer up and all systems go. Right, Willie's here. As you can see, we are towing him on this first pass because it's very hard to get alongside on the first pass, on the first headland, but once we're done here, we should be able to run up and down nicely with him. We'll get a little bit more space up here, which is good. We'll just roll up. Got cruise control set, so we're running the same speed as him. Now, our biggest challenge here, he says as he forgets to turn cruise control on, our biggest challenge here is how far we've got to drive with the forage. That's going to slow us down a bit because Willie's going to be waiting in the field. We don't have two trailers, so Willie's going to be waiting whilst we unload, but that unfortunately is just the nature of the beast at the moment. We'll, if we take a few more of these, we may consider, and again if we can get some more help, we'll may consider putting a second trailer on in the future. But for now, I think actually we'll get through this relatively quickly. The reason for that is it's not yielding very high as a crop, is it? So as you can see there, 37%, and we've probably done half a headland here. So we're going to push on. We're going to try and get this finished because it's very lucrative. So we'll see you shortly. Right, we're just finishing the headlands here. We're already 45% complete on the contract, which is interesting. It's going pretty well. It's going a lot faster than I thought it might. And actually, the drive to and from doesn't feel too onerous either. So, yeah, things are looking up. So, we'll get onto the up and down rows now, I think. As you can see, there's a few little chunks and things like that left on the field, but I'm not overly concerned about that, if I'm being honest. There's plenty of crop here to go around, and like I said, it's an incredibly lucrative contract, this, so I'm happy with the way it's going at the moment. Let's just wait for this forage harvester to get lined up. Oh, he's even picking up that bit that we talked about just there, so Now I need to reposition myself. So we're going to push on. We'll see you closer to this contract being finished. Right, here we are with the next load, and I think we're pretty close to getting this finished now. We should see, there we go, 100% transported to field 45. So I'm guessing, yeah, look, the money's going up now, so all of this is ours, and there's actually a serious amount of chaff still in that field. But there's a lot of stuff left in the field, so I think we'll go and make sure we collect all of that. That was 1,229 there. On top of what is a very lucrative contract anyway, this could be a serious, serious money earner for us. So here we are in field. Now, it does narrow down as you go down, but I think there's a full trailer load here. We could get another full trailer, probably more than a full trailer load still left. So, I'm not sure how much of the rest of that last trailer was... percentage-wise made up that £1,229, but holy moly, we could be onto a winner here, an absolute winner.
FSG, Charles here.
Oh, hello Charles, how are you?
Consider yourself fired.
Sorry, what?
You're fired. Collect your stuff, move it out of the yard. I don't want to see you here again.
Hang on a minute, Charles. What's going on?
Well, if I said you'd stolen some hay bales, would you know what I was talking about?
Oh, now, hang on a second. I just borrowed a few. I'm going to replace them. I've got grass ready to cut back at the yard.
Nonsense. I think you're only saying that because you've been caught. I don't believe you for 1 second.
Oh, come on, Charles. Be fair. This is highly unfair.
Like I said, FSG, collect your stuff. Your time here is done. And if I were you, I'd be careful. I could make your life around here a misery.
Well, maybe we do need the extra money from this contract, because it looks like we've lost our other job. Stealing bales. That's a bit of an accusation, isn't it? Well, I guess it looks like we'll be moving our stuff out of the yard. Oh well, let's get this finished, and then we'll probably need to address some of this situation. We'll see you when this is done. Right, 87% in the trailer here, and as you can see, a little narrow strip just here, but then a wider strip at the top. I think there's still going to be too much to fit into this trailer, but if I'm being honest, I'm not going to... If there's a tiny chunk left, there's no point in me just coming back for a tiny little bit. It's not worth that much to me. We're already making crazy money over and above what we thought we would, so that's great. But equally, like I said, it doesn't yield particularly high, this, so you can see, you know, probably 4 or 5% per pass, so it could work out perfectly as well. As for Charles, I really don't know what to do. Oh, there we go. Contract on field 45 finished. That's just flashed up there, so we are done and dusted. So whatever over and above this, 93, 94, 95%, anything that's left over is ours now. Man, can't believe he accused us of stealing bales. Hindsight, we probably should have asked him first. I'm sure he would have said yes, but now we've got a real predicament. Now, do we come back for this? I think we do. There probably is enough there to come back for, isn't there? Maybe if we tidy up these edges as well, that'll be worthwhile. Okay, let's run this down. Let's sell this. Let's see how much a full trailer is worth. And we'll take things from there. Right, here we are. One last full load. Quite a tight turn here. There we go, a little bit of rear wheel steering on the trailer helps. Roll this into its spot. And let's hit the button. Okay, watch the money go up. Right, here we go, nearly finished. Last 5%. Okay, £1,999 for an entire load. It's not worth me picking up that last little bit, I don't think. It would probably bring us in just a couple of £100 and not much more than that. So I think we head back to the yard, get this equipment returned, and I guess start moving our stuff out of Charles's yard. Right, we're just back in the field. I've had a bit of a change of heart. I'm going to do the right thing for the farmer. We'll at least clear the field, and we'll leave the chaff in the trailer, and he can choose what he wants to do with it. This is his crop at the end of the day, so we'll just do that because it's the right thing to do. And then, like I said, we'll address our own problems back at the farm. Right, there we go. All done. Field cleared. I'm going to just give the farmer a quick bell. Tell him his equipment sitting here, ready to be collected. A little bit of stuff left in the trailer for him. And we're going to head back to the yard. The Vulture's parked down near the gate here. We'll jump into that and go and face the music. Right, here we go. Let's just do a quick stock check here and see what is ours and what is Charles's. The roller there, that belongs to us. Oh, the old plough as well, look at that. The fertiliser spreader, the TW's in there as well. Got the case over there. Obviously that's our front loader as well. And bale grab. I think that's it. oh no, that's our cane trailer there as well. We'll take that. I'm telling you, some of these bales are ours, but to be honest, I ain't gonna argue with him over that one. All that silage we gathered as well, and all the work we did to get these cows in a good place and all the fields in a good place, all wasted just because Charles has got a bit of a bad attitude. Oh well, okay. We'll start to ship some of this stuff back to our yard in the next couple of hours, but we'll run this back down to the yard now and park it up, and we'll head back up here. Wait a minute, what's this? Development land. To let for sale, so could I lease it or buy it? What have we got here? A couple of small outbuildings, lots of rubble. Skip. Battered old camper van. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, these sheds look a bit nicer as well. Bigger. Get some equipment in those. Hang on a minute, let's go all the way down here. Potato boxes there. Wait a minute. Goes all the way out to here. This is lovely. And you get access to the fields out here, where a lot of our clients' land is. Interesting. Interesting indeed. Okay, well, that looks quite good. I wonder how much that is. Well, we've just found the estate agent's plot 42 it is. And believe it or not, it is just £73,224. That is not bad at all, is it? That's half our money in the bank, and of course we've still got the loan. We should be thinking about paying the loan back. But maybe that's our new home. Maybe that is our new home. Obviously there's our land there. 59, that's 112,000 for the field with the sheds on it. And home farm, that'll be going. We won't have any of that anymore. So we could either keep 59, still buy this area here and have another location, or we could sell one and keep the other. Oh, dilemmas, but this is interesting. What should I do? Things are going to change, so maybe it's the right time to do something. I don't know. Why don't you let me know in the comments? We'll have a think about what we do. Do we buy this little area? A little bit of a contractor's yard? We could store some of the machinery here, some at the other yard. I'm torn. Let me know what you think in the comments, and we'll regroup in the next episode. But for now, from me, the Farm Sim Guy, thank you so much for watching. I've said it a couple of times already this week. It's great to be back. Thank you for your support, and we'll see you again very soon. Take care. Bye for now.